This is Coach Callahan, and I'm not back with a message, but I'm back with a testimony. And I think I'm gonna start doing testimonies like maybe once a week, maybe once a month. Don't quote me on it because I don't know which one I'm gonna do right now. But yeah, testimonies really have to be put out. I feel like that it helps people by listening to other people and what they went through, you know what I'm saying? Just to let them know that they're not anybody else, right? They might be going through the same thing you're going through. So by you telling your testimony, it can help somebody else out of need. So I'm a firm believer in telling my testimony. And I'm an open book. Like I will actually help people that's going through the same thing I went through. If I know that I can help in any situation and God is saying help, I'm gonna help, right? So this testimony, I want to bring it to you all because God is so good. Like, right, God is so good. And when you call on him, I mean really call on him, he comes. You hear me? He comes. Not when you want him to come, but he comes. I remember one day when I was talking to this individual or whatever. You know how you on and off or whatever the case may be. You think that you're on and the person is telling you, you know what I'm saying, y'all talking, y'all doing everything the couples are supposed to do or whatever the case may be. But they still living that double life on the other side, right? So I knew it was toxic. The situation, I'm not gonna say relationship, the situation was just toxic, but I didn't know how to get out of it, right? So I remember driving one day, crying, you hear me? Like bawling with tears. And I remember like hitting the steering wheel, talking to God and telling God, please help me because I don't know how to. I don't know how to leave this situation alone. I need your help. I mean, bawling, screaming to the top of my lungs. Well, guess what? When I was screaming out, it got to God. He seen my tears. He knew the situation. He even knew the situation before the situation was going to happen. He knew all that. But all he needed me to do was to cry out to him. And I did that. The very next day, the very next day, a situation had happened. I won't go all into that, but a situation had happened to the point where it was a break-in. Now, even though I cried out to God to help me with the situation, I wasn't ready, right? But I had to be ready. I had to get ready. And even though after all that stuff happened the next day when God parted me from him, from that individual, things begin to, situations always get worse before it gets better, right? So going through the stages where, you know, you're crying, you're sad, you're in the bed, you keep on thinking about this individual, you're trying to figure out this, trying to figure out that, or whatever the case may be. I think all that had happened for maybe 3 days. I might be wrong, it might have been a week, but I really think it's 3 days. God said, get up. And that's when I started my journey. Was it easy? It was not. Because I did have times where I went back. You know, everybody's not perfect. You know, once you get on this journey, you're going to have mistakes after mistakes. But guess what? God is always right there to put you back on track, right? So I say all that to say, God hears us. He sees our tears. And then we will just give it to him. Now in that situation, I gave it to him, but I wasn't ready. But I gave it to him. And I allowed him to help me through the process. And although he gave me that time to get myself together, in that third day or that week, he told me to get up. And guess what? He was walking with me through it all. And he has never left me nor forsake me. He has always been by my side. And I'm a living testimony. I am a living testimony. And I feel like by me getting on here and by me telling like little bits and pieces of my life, not exposing nobody else, but telling pieces of my life, it's going to help somebody else out there in need. And that's the goal. And God gets all the glory because God came in and he did what he was supposed to do. He helped me. He lifted me up. He was walking with me. He's always been walking with me, but I didn't know it back then. But he was always with me. And he was with me through that. He was with me through every situation that I have been through. And he has never left my side. So like again, I just wanted to say all that to say, call out to him. Call out to God. Give it to him. He will take care of it because we are weak. But through his strength, we are strong. And this is Coach Callahan. And I'll see y'all in the next video. And y'all be blessed.